Hey, what up, fam? What up, fam? It's your girl, Jackie Black, aka JB, the coach, here with another one. Guys, tonight I am super excited because I have some great information that I know it could be life-changing information to someone out there, right? So I want to make sure you guys are prepared. So I'm going to give you enough time. Go ahead and grab your notepad, right? Whatever you use to take notes in, grab your pen. Because remember, note takers are money makers, movers, and shakers, right? So you want to go ahead and take some notes because tonight, man, I plan on giving you the sauce. You can put that in the comments. Somebody put that in the comments. Coach JB, give me the sauce. I plan on doing that, but you're going to have to catch some of these nuggets, right? By taking these notes. All right, so guys, that's enough time. We're going to dive right into tonight's talk. Let me see. I need you to write this down because tonight's talk, the title is going to be No Excuses. It's time to make it happen. No excuses. It's time to make it happen, guys. And you may say, what is it? It is life. It's time to make life happen, guys. All right? So, again, grab your pen, your pad, take these notes, right? Because I'm about to dive straight in. All right, so tonight, I want to start with talking about something that is holding a lot of people back. It's a habit that is holding a lot of people back. It may even be holding you back. I know for the longest time, it held me back. Guys, you may be asking, well, JB, get to the point. My mother will always say, get to the point, preacher. Whatever. But anyway, it always makes me laugh. But anyway, so I'm giving you guys the sauce. What's been holding most people back? If you think you know, before I even say it, go ahead and put it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. You might be right. Hopefully you're right. But let me tell you what the answer is, guys. It's making excuses. Yep. That's one of the major things that has been holding you back from achieving your goals and your dreams and living the life that you were brought here or you came here to live, right? So let me tell you something, guys. Excuses are dream killers. Yep. Write that down, man. Excuses are dream killers. They're like silent thieves, right? That steal your time, steal your energy, and most of all, it steals opportunities from you. So if we don't shut down those excuses, you're going to be stuck right where you are right now. You're just going to keep, it's like a cycle. You cannot move when you have so many excuses, right? So let's just go ahead and dive in. I hope you guys are ready to take some good copious notes because I'm going to give you the tools that you can use to let go of those excuses and start making life happen. All right, so guys, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to start with this, guys. Let's be real. Every excuse you make is robbing you. It's like being stuck up, right? It's like somebody coming and holding you up and it's just robbing you. What is it robbing you of? It's robbing you of your future, right? Excuses like, I don't have time. See, that's time wasted that you'll never get back. Because most of us, we waste time. But you don't have time, but okay, that's an excuse. I don't have the money. See, when you're saying I don't have the money, what you're doing is you're allowing opportunities to slip through your fingers. I don't know how is another excuse, another very popular excuse. See, that's growth and learning that you're denying yourself. I don't know how you can easily learn. With today You can do anything. You can type in how to do this and Google, open Chat GPT, and Google Gemini, and you within seconds it will give you back a plan and give you back information on whatever you need to do. All right. So all of those excuses, not valid, not valid. All right, so guys, let me give you a real life example. Let's keep it real. Let me bring it back. Let me give you a real life example. So I had a client, right, that wanted to start a business, but she just kept saying, I want to start, but I don't have any experience, right? So meanwhile, someone else over here with less knowledge and no experience at all started their business, the same business. And guess what? The person that decided that they were going to start the business without the experience, without the knowledge, and also I forgot to say they really didn't have a lot of money, a lot of capital, right? They started their business and they just figured it out while they went along in their business. So that person is very successful in their business today, while the other person that I was coaching never got started. Never got started, guys. Why? Because most people are comfortable in their excuses, right? But I'm here to tell you that excuses, they don't pay the bills. And again, excuses will not allow you to build legacies. Instead, they will rob you of your legacy. So I need you to write down in your notebook, right? Or your journal, whatever you're taking notes in. Or some, if you want to, go ahead and put it in the comments. It's time to wake up and stop letting excuses run your life. Remind yourself of that, guys. All right, so this brings me to my next point. We're going to dig a little deeper here, fam, because behind every excuse, guess what's behind every excuse, guys? Anybody, if you can guess, put it in the comments. Behind every excuse, guys, is fear. Okay, so I'm going to dig into a few types of fear here that most people have. Fear of failure, right? What if I try and it don't work? Well, you'll never know because you have to try, right? So you'll never know if it works unless you try. The fear of judgment. Oh, what will people think? One of my mentors that I admire, she's a very successful businesswoman. She said, why do we worry about what people think when the truth is most people don't think? Ooh, that was deep to me. Write that down, right? Why are you so concerned with someone else's judgment of you, what they think? Let me just let you know, most people do not think. That's a whole nother video for another day. We'll get into the psychology of why people are programmed and they just do and they don't think. So anyway, let's go into the next fear here. It's the fear of change. The fear of change is, what if I do succeed, right? My life is going to look a lot different. See, some of us don't want to succeed because we feel like if you get too successful, remember, you had people who told you got to stay humble. Don't get big-headed. So, and a lot of times, those are people that we really love, right? Who have told us things like that. So we're so afraid if we do succeed, then we might come off as being big-headed. We might come off as being cocky or conceited, right? And we may lose those people who are closest to us and closest to our hearts. So let's get into fear again, right? So actually, the truth is, fear is really just your comfort zone fighting you back. All right? Write that down. Fear is your comfort zone fighting you back. My mother always says that fear is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. And 90% of the things that we fear, we think that's going to happen, never happens, guys. So I I want you to think about it like this. When you was a child, right, a kid, you were learning to ride a bike. And for me, my dad, I remember like it was yesterday, my dad taught me how to ride a bike. And as a matter of fact, I believe he had just took the training wheels because I was cool once I got the hang of it and I can ride with the training wheels. But my dad took the training wheels off, and I remember like it was yesterday, he was teaching me how to ride a bike without the training wheels. So of course, most of us, when you were trying to learn how to ride that bike, you were scared. And what was the fear? The fear was that you would fall, right? So nobody wants to fall and get hurt. That was the fear. However, you probably did fall. I'm sure I fell, right? But you got back up and you started riding that bike again. And you might have fell again and you got back up and you started riding that bike. You might have fell again and you got back up. You get the point here, right? So it didn't stop you, right? You felt the fear. It may have happened, which you did fear, but you got your ass back up on that bike and you started to ride because you was determined that you was going to learn how to ride this bike. So I'm going to another example, guys. Remember when you started that new job? The majority of the people here may have worked several different jobs like me, right? So always the first day after orientation or, on a job, you don't know anything, especially if it's a new job. You got to learn everything over. You got to go into training. But remember how nervous you was when you first started this new job? And guess what, though? As time went on, you figured it out. Training helped you. If it did help you. If not, but guess what? Now, you know that job. You can do that job like anything. You can do that job with your eyes closed, right? And you could do that job better than anybody else. But it was at one point in time, remember, when you was nervous and you didn't know if you could do it. Fear, guys. This applies to even now because I want you to know that fear is normal. It's nothing wrong with fear. Fear is normal, guys. But what is not normal is when you let fear control you. I'll say that one again. Fear is normal. However, when you allow fear to control you, now that's just not normal, okay? Now, though, you have the choice where you can no longer, you say, hey, I'm not going to allow fear to run my life. I'm not going to allow fear to make me make certain decisions, or I'm not going to make certain decisions based on fear. You have that choice now, guys, okay? So that takes me into the next point. How to stop excuses and start taking action. All right, fam, so let's break this down. How do you stop making excuses and start moving forward? I need you guys to write this down. Somebody can put it in the comments if you feel like doing that. Number one, you're going to face your fear. Number one, face your fears. You name the fear behind the excuse. Is it you have a fear of failing, you're going to fail, or is it a fear of judgment? Whatever that is, I need you to write it down and look at it for what it is. Remember, feelings are not facts. So you may be feeling this fear, but it's not a fact. In fact, it's not the truth at all. Number two, you're going to take small steps, right? So you don't have to have everything figured out in the beginning. Nope. You're going to start where you are. So you can start exactly where you are. If you want to save money, start by saving $5 to $10 a week. You want to start a business? You want to start by writing down your business idea. Progress is better than perfection. Everything doesn't have to be perfect to get started. Okay? Number three, you want to change your narrative. I'm going to say that again. Number three, you want to change your narrative. What does that mean? It's like this. Instead of saying, I can't, you're going to say, how can I? See, because the moment you say you can't, you shut everything down. You shut your brain down. You know, everything is like, oh, I can't do it. And you don't think of ways that you can make it happen. So again, we're going to shift the narrative. You're going to change the narrative. Instead of saying I can't, you're going to say, how can I? Example, I don't have time. Instead of saying that, you say, how can I make time? Okay? And then you adjust your priorities accordingly. All right, so number 4, you want to surround yourself around action takers. If your circle isn't pushing you, right, or praying for you and pushing you to grow, it's time to find a new circle, guys. You want to hang out with people who aren't making excuses, but they're making moves, because that is contagious. That energy is contagious, guys. All right, number five. All right, look, you want to commit to yourself. Yep, make a commitment to yourself, guys. You deserve the life you've been dreaming of. But it's not going to build itself. You need to commit to showing up for you every single day. Every single day. You make a commitment. You're supposed to be, you got your YouTube channel. You make a commitment to do a video every day, even when you don't feel like it. Gotta get up, make that YouTube channel. You made a commitment. You're gonna start. You're gonna start selling your cakes at the local market, and everything has been going wrong, and you really don't feel like it. Guess what? You need to get on up, make that happen. Whatever it is that you need to do, make it happen. All right. So no more excuses. Time to make life happen, guys. So it's 2025. This is not the year to sit back and just let life happen to you. This is your year to make life happen. You've got what it takes to build wealth, create opportunities, and leave a legacy. You already have it. God already gave you everything you need. But none of that will happen if you stay in excuse mode. It's no more excuses. You want to start today. Write down this mantra. I want you to start today by saying this. No excuses, just action. No waiting, just doing. No fear, just faith. Because 2025 is not the year to make excuses. 2025 is the year to execute. This is the year that we are going to make life happen. Period. All right, fam. So it's your turn. I need you to drop me a comment, right? Because I do like reading I love reading the comments. But I want to know, what's one excuse that you're leaving behind tonight? If you've gotten this far, then, might as well. Go ahead and drop one excuse that you're leaving behind tonight. And then what's one action that you're committing to this week? All right, guys. So I need you to like, share, and if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe, because we're just getting started, right? And remember, I'm JB, the coach, and I said it. Y'all, let's build wealth, businesses, and legacies together. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful one. Peace.